Hi, good morning, everybody. According to this ongoing guy that lives in this western part of Africa, yeah, actually, he was trying to kind of like say that the reason why Nigeria should elect these old leaders, this President Tinubu, why Nigeria should put President Tinubu in power because he's very, very old and he's also working for the British as a puppet master. So, and I'm here to correct and make that correct. I'm here to make a correction to the statement of we, the African youth, especially with the African youth that are thinking that the reason why Africa is being held down, the reason why Africa is poor, and the reason why Africa is passing through this insecurity of a thing is because of the elderly old leaders that we are electing into office. Yeah, that is the reason why Africa is being held down, and that's the reason why Africa is poor. No, that is not the reason why Africa is poor. Let's take President Tinubu as example. President Tinubu of Nigeria. Let's take him as example. The reason why you see what is going on in Nigeria is still going on in Nigeria is because during the 1960s, when Nigeria was given the so-called independence by the British government, that Nigeria is not allowed to do for itself what it's supposed to do for itself, that independence wasn't a true independence. It was just a pack of continuation of colonization to Nigeria and to all of other African countries too, because they discovered that the old method that they were using to colonize and exploit Africa for the past for the 1950s, for the hundreds and 200 years ago, wasn't working very well anymore. So they have to change the system. They have to change the format and the way which they are which they have to be colonizing Africa. So that's the reason why they even brought the reason of independence and to also deceive African people that gave themselves to be deceived as at that time, and to make them believe that they are free, not knowing that they are not free. Because you see these white people, so they are very, very smart and devilishly intelligent. Yeah, white people are very, very smart and devilishly intelligent because the smartness and intelligence that is used to do good and help other people is a good intelligence and a good smartness. But a smartness that is being used to colonize and destroy other people, that's what I call a devilishly intelligent. White people are devilishly intelligent. So, according to what I was saying, is that the reason why you see Nigeria is like this is because why? British government always make sure that any Nigerian president that's about to rule Nigeria, if you watch it very well, after debating, after campaigning, before the election, the three candidates, they always go to Britain to go and submit themselves right there. And if you got caught back the second time, that means you are going to be the one that's going to be the president of Nigeria. They also did it in the Nigeria last election. They called Peter Obi, they called Atiku, they also called Tinubu down straight to Britain. So once they got to Britain, Britain is the one to choose who is going to rule Nigeria, which is very, very bad. That's the reason why I still say Nigeria is still being colonized. And that's the reason why you see Nigeria own its oil. Yeah, we own its oil, but we do not have the ability to sell it. They do not give us the ability to sell it. What I mean is that Nigeria have its oil. Nigeria is the owner of its oil, but they don't give them the the ability to sell it. The ability for them to make money from it. No. Do you remember that right here in Nigeria, a pipeline is being taken through the way of Niger straight to Morocco, from Morocco to Europe, that is distributing natural gas and crude oil to European countries every day, free of charge, because they are colonizing the country, they are exploiting the country. So age is not the reason why Africa is like this. Aged leaders is not the reason why Africa is like this. The reason why Africa is like this is their mentality of them being a puppet to the white supremacists, to the white colonialists, and to the white Western government. That is their problem. Because if you say age is the reason why Tinubu is behaving like this, Tinubu is already a dead person, why did they put him in power? It's not age. Take a look at Robert Mugabe, the former president of Zimbabwe. He was 95 years old, and still yet he was able to fight against the British and kicked against the British, and even collected the land that the British citizens who stationed in Zimbabwe was using the land to farm and enslave Zimbabwe people. Right there, he was able to collect the land and give it back to the original people of Zimbabwe, which is very, very good. And he did that when he was 95 years old, before he died the other time. So age is not the reason why. Okay, take a look at President Museveni of Uganda. President Museveni of Uganda is not about like 70 to 80 years old now, but he was able to kick against the ongoing LGBTQ that the Western countries, especially the United States of America, was trying to spread into Africa. He was able to sign the anti-LGBTQ bill and pass it into law, which guarantees that every LGBTQ personnel that is in Uganda should be sanctioned, should be jailed and should be imprisoned, and even sometimes sentenced to death. Yeah. And of recently, the Ghanaian government has also passed their own bill into law that any LGBTQ person found or anybody spreading LGBTQ or on social media or anywhere should be jailed and should be imprisoned. That's very, very good. Aged leader is not the reason why Africa is suffering. The reason why Africa is suffering is because we are still being colonized, we are still being exploited, we are still being dictated to what to do. Yeah, we don't have freedom in Africa. There's no freedom in Africa. There's nothing like freedom in Africa. White people is still the one present in Africa. White people that was present in Africa 400 years ago, they are still the one present in Africa. They haven't left Africa. So SGDA is not the reason why Africa is going through what it's going through. Even today, let's say, for example, President Tinubu died out of power and Nigeria was able to successfully elect a leader, a very, very young leader into the post. If that leader doesn't carry the mindset and the ability to kick and fight against the British power that is colonizing Nigeria, of course that leader, that young leader, will still be worse than President Tinubu. No, it's not the age, because it's the mentality and it's the ability for them to understand that they have to stand and work for their people instead of being a puppet to the Western colonizer and to the Western thief that are exploiting and destroying Nigeria every day. Yeah, age is not the reason why. No, it's the ability. And most importantly, is the fear. Nigerian politicians are afraid. They are very, very scared. It's not that they just choose to be corrupt, although white people are the one making the system to be corrupt, because once the system is corrupt, they will be able to exploit the country. They are the one who's keeping the Nigerian system to be corrupt. Yeah, I understand that. But it's not because they just choose to be corrupt. It's because of the fear. Because one man can, one tree can never make a forest. A Nigerian president cannot just come outside and start saying this and start saying that. It would, of course, it's going to get killed. Abacha did it, he get killed. President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua did it, he get killed. Murtala Mohammed did it, he get killed. So if Tinubu try to do it, he's also going to get killed. That's the fear they have, and that is the reason why they are being unable to change the situation in Nigeria. Yeah. And the only people who can change the situation in Nigeria and all over Africa is with the African youth and the Nigerian citizens. We are the only one that can give ourselves a self-realization, set ourselves free from mental slavery, and being able to start doing for ourselves what we are expecting the white people to come and do for us. How can you expect a country who doesn't even make a stick of matches, be totally free from unemployment? It's impossible. It's impossible. And who are the ones to build this country? Who are the ones to build this company? Since the puppet government that are working for the British and to the Western countries can't build these companies, why don't we citizens who are saying our little money join our hands together to build this agriculture, to build this company, and to do this and to do that? Although, once we are trying to build company and do all these things for ourselves, we are still going to be getting stopped. Yeah, we are still going to be getting stopped because the colonial master will never allow any good thing to come out of us. That's why they are trying their best to make sure that they take over the music industry, to make sure that all the artists that are there, they are all singing to the youth, singing nonsense to the youth, to make sure that the youth, the youth are being kept down, they are being brainwashed. Yeah, to make sure that like to make sure that they are being brainwashed to another direction, instead of directing instead of directing their brain and their self to to the self-realization of themselves. Yeah, that is what they do. That is just all it is all about. Age leader is not the reason why Africa is suffering. The mentality of them still being a puppet working for the Western countries as puppets, that is the reason why Africa is suffering. And that is what we must get rid of as we Africans. If we ever want to be free, we must first of all get rid of that mentality. Set yourself free first, because when you set yourself free, that's when you go to know where the problem is coming from, because you can never solve a problem without knowing where the problem is coming from. The only way you can solve a problem, the only way for you to solve a problem is for you to know where the problem is coming from. You have to know that white people are still the one causing the insecurity in Nigeria, causing the problem, hunger, poverty in Nigeria and all over Africa. White people are still the one doing it. We have to realize ourselves. Please, I would like you to please subscribe or follow me for more. Please don't skip this video without subscribing. That is, if you still watch this video to this very extent, thank you very much. And please subscribe and follow me for more. Thank you.